right, so everything's looking good. All right, you guys. Welcome to a new episode and a new channel on the Michael Lewis podcast, man. I'm very excited, guys. Very excited to start this. I finally get to do a podcast for you guys, man. Talking about video games. We're going to be doing game reviews, movie reactions. We're going to be doing anything that has to do with relevancy to the gaming community. We're going to be talking about those type of things as well. Every time the podcast ends, we do have a mini game called Would You Rather. It's where we go and or either to Twitter or to our DMs, and we pick a question that our Raptors would provide for us. And we'll kind of get the gesture later on in the podcast because we'll just play along. But guys, I have to introduce my lieutenants, my right-hand mans. You guys already know. If you guys visited the Twitch channel, you guys know these guys. You guys heard them plenty of times on the Xbox parties. But yeah, you got the one and lonely Dr. Xenon and my buddy Shinobi. What up, you guys?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Raptors?
What's up, Raptors?
Chilling, you guys, man. We're finally here. Episode 1, you guys. Episode 1,
bro.
You know,
I can actually see my face now.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, so very excited about
fat
that.
Ass face.
So one question I actually had for you guys. What was one of your favorite games like as a kid? Like the one that you can always go back to, it has a big place in your heart. You know, what game was that? I'll start off. Mine has definitely got to be Spyro the Purple Dragon. I love Spyro. You guys know my dog name is Spyro.
Yeah.
You know, him saving his parents and the rest of his family is you know, it hits home with me, you guys. It hits home. But yeah, what's up with you guys?
Xenon, you want to
go? For me, I've been gaming for a long time, guys. Honestly, I want to say one of them is Super Mario Brothers 2. I want to say that.
Mario Brothers. Okay.
Mario Brothers.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers 2.
Nice.
I think, to be honest, I think that game was so innovative at the time because the fact you can choose different characters.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
Even though it was just 4 different characters, but still, like, the games at the time, besides fighting games,
that's true.
Games at the time that's supposed to be like standalone like that only had one character.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like if you're gonna play a Kirby game, it's just Kirby. If you're gonna play a Star Fox game, you play a Star Fox.
And talking about Mario, let me tell you, you guys, I tried playing Mario again. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. I don't know what it is, but guys, when we were kids, we had way harder games to play. Like now it's easy. Now it's a piece of cake. Now I see like grown men rage quitting Mario, throwing their controller against the freaking wall. Like it's insane, man. But what about you, Shinobi?
You know, I was putting some thought into it, and there's so many I have, but probably gonna have to say Sonic.
Oh
yeah, the first one from Sega.
Yeah,
I used to always like go back to Sonic, and I love playing the new ones. And I see in the Game Awards there's a open world one coming out, which I'm pretty excited. Yeah, which I'm pretty excited about. Yeah.
Oh my god!
You know,
did you see the trailer for the movie?
Yes, it's
amazing. That looks so sick.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like Knuckles, just see Knuckles and Tails is just the highlight of that whole trailer. It's gonna be great.
And who knew that Jim Carrey? Who knew that Jim Carrey could do such a great, act as what's it,
Eggman?
Eggman or Dr. Robotnik.
Right.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, that's so freaking cool. But all right, you guys, see, so we got Spyro, we got Mario, and we got Sonic. You gotta love Sonic too, the Sega. I could mess with that all day.
Because Sonic, because technically at the time that Sega and Nintendo were beefing, and they was having a console war, just like how right now it's PlayStation and Xbox.
Right.
Yep. So Nintendo, was first technically, which is PlayStation was first before the Xbox.
Yep.
So. Mario, who's the epitome and the iconic character, and then all of a sudden they had to think about, okay, Sega was like, how can we compete with Nintendo? We have to come up with an iconic figure.
Right.
So that's when they thought of Sonic.
Yep.
Right. That's when they thought of Sonic, and Sega was dominating.
Right. And you got to give it up to Nintendo. I mean, in order to compete with Microsoft and Sony, I mean, these guys, they're up there, man. They're still in the race, man. That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, these guys are no joke.
They're doing their stuff.
Yeah, man. But all right, guys,
You know?
I got to talk about this. Okay, it's time, guys. This time it is time for the segment of what games are we going to talk about today? What is the game that we're going to talk about today, guys? And the game today that we're going to talk about is one that we've all played as kids, and now we're adults playing it now. And that game is Halo Infinite, guys. I'm in love with the game. I love the game. After Halo 5, it was a bit rough. I just didn't like the storyline. I didn't know where they were going with the story. But Halo Infinite looks like it's trying to like almost revive itself. I almost feel like the spark of Halo again. It feels amazing. Even though it's like open world, I was like, oh my God, I hope they don't do too much like Destiny. I hope people don't compare it to Destiny. Guys, I haven't heard one soul compare it to Destiny. It's its own game. It's its own Halo. And if you guys haven't tried it, it is free for the Game Pass, but I'm dying to see and to hear what you guys opinion on Halo Infinite is. What's up with that?
Shadow, you go first.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I mean, the first time when I jumped into it and playing the first mission, man, I gotta say, like, it brought back that old feel, like from Halo, like 2 and 3, especially. Not 1 so much, but 2 and 3. And I just like how the AIs are, the grunts, the elites, the brutes, like the way they react to you, their movement. It's like almost like if they upgraded a little bit, because
Right.
back then they were a little easier. They seem a little bit more challenging on normal.
Right.
So I could imagine, yeah, the enemies, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I could imagine like jumping into legendary. That's gonna be something else. I don't think it's gonna be that easy anymore.
Mm-hmm. And it almost like forces you, to do teamwork now. Once they add in the co-op and stuff, because it's like, bro, normal is no joke on Halo.
Yeah, they're so challenging, and I'm loving it so far, guys. I'm just loving it, and
nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
That's all from me, Xenon.
For me, honestly, I'm loving the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, for me, definitely has the Halo 3 feel.
Yeah.
Because, for me, Halo 3 was the epitome of Halo when I started playing, online and competing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never competed in Halo 2. I never had Xbox Live at the time to play Halo 2.
Wow.
I never owned Halo 2.
Right.
I used to go to a friend's house. Yeah, I used to go to a friend's house and play Halo and Halo 2.
Right.
So then when I finally got my an Xbox 360 and I finally got a hand of Halo 3 and actually have internet and actually play, because, kind
moving
of
up in the world. Mm-hmm.
Right, moving up, because kind of, growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, so we couldn't afford internet.
Right.
So all I could afford was a console and a few games, and that was it.
Right.
So for definitely, it definitely feels like Halo 3 for me. And honestly, like, for some people in the Discord who saw my picture, that kind of it felt like me that in that era. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, guys, you got to realize, like, when Xbox Live first came out, can you guys imagine, like, we were like 10 or we were like 12 at the point. So imagine a 10 or 12-year-old trying to explain to their parents what Xbox Live was. All right. My mom was just looking at me like, yeah, the Xbox what? I'm like, you gotta connect the cord and put it in the back. She was like, no, we're not doing that. I was like, so, we ended up getting Xbox Live later on, probably when I was like 16, So it's insane. Yeah, it's like you said, G9, it was so different back then, It's like now everything's quick access.
Right, because like I had the original Xbox, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I remember to this day, it was I think it has to do with one Christmas year where me and my brother got money, and we was like, because at the time I had a GameCube, that, say I'm a big Nintendo guy. I always loved Nintendo.
Right. That didn't have any online service.
Right. It was just CD, and we, it was all 4-player co-op, on the same console. So when I started going to this friend's house, that's when I was like, okay, I need to get an Xbox. Right.
Yeah. You learned. You were like, wait a minute, Nintendo.
I need to get an Xbox because I fell in love with Halo.
Right.
So, then me and my older brother, we kind of put our Christmas money together.
Right.
We went and bought an original Xbox.
Nice.
And it was funny because the first game that I had for myself for the console was Brute Force.
Oh my god, I love Brute Force.
Brute Force
with
Brute
Brutus and Tex and Flint. I still remember all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Guys, if you guys don't know what Brute Force is, Brute Force was a 4-player co-op, and it was remember, co-op wasn't a big thing back then. So a 4-player co-op, you guys, and each one of them had a different ability. I think Flint had like a sniper ability, Hawk had the invisibility ability, Tex had like this auto lock machine gun type thing, and then Brutus was an actual like lizard from like Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was insane. He would usually like just use brutality and like tackle its enemies. So it was pretty cool, man. It was called Brute Force, and I totally remember that, man, for sure.
Definitely. Brute Force was the first original Xbox game I had.
Right. So yeah. So for Halo Infinite, I gotta a little bit more on that, what Shinobi said about challenging. You know what's weird? I feel even the jackals are more challenging now.
Yes.
Do you notice before you attack the jackals, you think like, damn, like how am I gonna approach this dude? In Halo 1, 2, and 3, 4, you just go up and smash. These guys were literally back up and then melee back, and I'm like, oh, whoa, like it was insane.
And let's talk about the sniping jackals.
They don't
miss.
No,
they don't miss.
They are. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was walking one day. I was like, "Yo, Will Smith, is that you?" Like, I thought it was Deadshot. I'm like, "Yo, this is bullshit."
Yo, for real, bro.
I was like, "Man," but
you just you might need business. You walk and see you. Like, what the fuck was that?
You ever seen that video of the from the movie? I forgot what movie it was. I think it was Saving Private Ryan. You remember the sniper? He's over here with the cross and he's like, "Help me, Jesus." That's the jackals. It's just like, all right, one more, bang.
Right.
It's just like, bro, come on.
Yeah. And one thing that the jackals do now, because we are going to be talking about Halo Infinite, you guys, but there's not going to be any story spoilers or none of that stuff. We're going to be talking about probably like the side missions that has nothing to do with the storylines, and then the different bosses that has nothing to do with the storylines either. They just have like random mini bosses that you can fight. But yeah, another thing on that, jackals speak now. The jackals, they talk now, and that surprised me. I'm like, whoa, they learned English. Like, when did they get Rosetta Stone? You know, and they just started learning English. That was so freaking cool, man. And but guys, we got to say it because I know you guys had experience on this. We have to talk about it. I had to save it for the podcast, you guys. We wanted to talk about it, but I wanted their natural reaction on these mini sayings. But we got to talk about the grunts. We got to talk about the grunts, and their sayings. You know, we got to, because they be commenting random things to Master Chief. And some of them are so funny.
Got you dying.
You guys got any comments or?
Oh yeah, one that I want to touch on is when a grunt was running away from me. He was like, "Little people first," and he was trying to run past the other grunts, and I'm just like, "Whoa!" I'm just like, "Whoa!"
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Okay, so I killed pretty much all of the brutes. There was this random side mission, so I killed all of the brutes, and there was one grunt left, and he was hiding from me. And guys, I just stood still, trying to do the scan thing, but the scan thing doesn't reveal enemies. So I was like, okay, let me just hear him. And you hear the grunt say, "Are you still there? Are you still mad?" And I'm like, what? Am I still mad? Guys, I beat him up so bad. I looked like Robert Pattinson and freaking Batman in that trailer. I beat up the grunt so bad, you guys.
You look at the other grunts. Vengeance.
Bro, for my one of my experience with the grunts was one of the grunts was like, "Oh, I think I was in a cave or some shit, right? I was just exploring." And I was just shooting shit or whatever. And then it was just one grunt left, right? So next thing he started talking, and he was like, "Where are you, Spartan? Come out, wherever you are."
He was just chilling there.
I was just amazing, like, "What the hell you just said?" And I came out and
right. Yeah. One of the mini bosses that, again, no spoilers because it has nothing to do with the main storylines. They're just random mini bosses. But one of the mini bosses was an actual grunt. And I remember the weapon telling me the weapon is like, listen, don't underestimate him. And I'm over here like, okay, because I just finished fighting another mini boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it was
I'm
a
waiting
fight
for this.
It was a fight, guys. So I'm like, okay, let's go. I see the mini boss, like I see the grunt coming at me, and he's ready. He's guys. I took out my pistol with one bullet. He died.
Yes.
With one. Did you know? Yes! Did you experience that?
Yes. Yo, I wanted to touch on that same mission. Oh my goodness. Yo, I hit him a few times with my combat rifle. And I'm like, yo, he's dead already?
Yeah.
Weapon is like, oh, good job. Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah. Oh, like that's so amazing, though. It's so cool. Like, you get their background story, though, because it is believable. A grunt could, destroy probably like a group of UNSCs, Marines, and then be called great, So I love that. You guys, you got any cool side boss stories?
Oh, okay. Before the mini boss, I got one more grunt before the mini boss.
Okay. All right.
So he goes. So one grunt goes, I'm killing everybody, right? And the grunt goes, before you kill me, let me kill you first.
Oh, you guys ever?
That's amazing.
You guys ever met them like before they don't see you coming? So they're like, some of them are sleeping and some of them are talking. Mm-hmm. One of them was asking another grunt like what he was gonna have for lunch. And I'm just over here like, this dude is talking about lunch. He's about to get bodied right now.
It is so cool. It feels so natural. It feels so like, man, it just I can't even explain it, man. I haven't had so much fun in a Halo game since Halo 3, man, to be perfectly honest. I mean, dude, I was so ready to talk trash about this game because after Halo 5, man, it was a disaster. The requisition packs, I mean, it was bad, man. It was pretty bad. But Halo Infinite, man, 3 for 3, you guys did your thing, man. Very, very proud.
Oh, excited. And then Raptors, also there's another one I wanted to tell them about that I told you guys about the other day. The one where I was fighting like 4 elites and I killed 3 of them and I broke the last elite shield and he went hiding. And when I was looking for him, I couldn't see him or anything because he was hiding behind a pillar, I believe. And I hear his shield go back up and he's like, haha, live to fight another day. And I'm just like, what?
He came out like, Toyagen, hit his eye.
It's just amazing that they talk more like the grunts now too. Like they're like more interactive.
Right. But it's so funny because it's like they're so mature. Like the elites, they're so mature because there was an elite in a Banshee. I took my grapple hook and I took him out. And as he's falling, he's like, wait a minute, that's my vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, that's my vehicle.
Oh, no, I didn't experience that yet.
No. Another one is, the enemy's taking our vehicle.
Right.
Yo, yeah, bro, that shit's hilarious.
It's hilarious. And I did notice that the hunters are way more harder now. The hunters are no joke.
What?
Yo, I have yet to face a hunter, bro.
Yeah. So the hunters have like this thing. They have this thing that they grow in a group of 2s. If you kill one of their partners, and I think it's always been like that, but if you kill one of his partners, the second one goes kind of bananas.
Yeah,
it goes crazy. So just be very careful. And another thing I wanted to touch on is the brutes. Guys, did you guys experience the brutes? The one that they're like have red suit, almost like jail suits, and they just run at you like really fast.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Don't get me started on those guys.
Are you kidding me?
Yo, they're OP, bro.
Yeah, it's like 2 shots, you're done, and they send like 4 or 5 at a time. And like, so yeah, I love the fact that it's so challenging, guys. It's really really cool.
One time I had to grapple on top of a building, left a Marine on the floor, and they just started pounding the heck out of him. And I'm just up there like, oh my God, I can't help. I'm trying to throw grenades. It's not even affecting them.
Nope.
And then it's just crazy.
Yep. Like prison all over again. It's horrible.
Like prison all over.
I got one question for you guys. What guns are you running through the campaign? Like the entire campaign, like the minute you drop that, you feel like
I love the BR, BR, and then the secondary. I would do if it's not a rocket launcher for campaign. If it's not a rocket launcher, it would be probably the commando or the assault rifle. I love the pistol too, but it'll probably have to be the commando probably. The BR.
Commando. So the BR and Commando action thing going on.
Yeah. I would have to.
Pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know it's called the Commando. Is that the one shot? Like it's like bang.
No,
bang, bang?
it's the automatic. I think it is. Yeah.
It's like a semi kind of thing, you know.
Got you. Okay, all right. So
it's
for
weird.
me, it would be the BR because you gotta love the BR, especially with
gotta love the BR.
fighting snipers.
Oh yeah.
And the combat rifle because that's what it was called in the old Halos. But I know it's not called that anymore. No? Yeah, the assault rifle. It's not called that anymore. It's called something else.
That's another thing. The assault rifle improves so much from any Halo games.
Oh my goodness.
Any Halo games.
I could shoot people from afar and it works. It's crazy.
I'm not sure if that's the assault rifle from Halo 4. I think it is.
I think no, it's the AR from the Halo 4.
4, right? Yeah. Because it feels like that.
Because for 1, 2, and 3, the AR was weak.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was weak.
Yep.
But once you get to Halo 4, and have you noticed that the AR seemed a little more powerful?
Yeah.
Have you noticed even till 5, where people started using the AR more?
Mm-hmm.
Because within at least 3, obviously, in 3, people didn't give a shit about the AR. Right. You always look for either, the BR or the carbine or whatever the case may be, because it was so weak.
Right. But now it's just
the AR is kill
mid-range, man. Easy.
Easy. You just run the whole thing.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much our experience for Halo Infinite, guys. It's going pretty good so far. I'm liking it. No. So my only concern with Halo Infinite is we're still obviously playing the campaign, but after the campaign, how are they going to do that? Because it is a live service, right?
True.
Well,
so
what the multiplayer is, yeah.
The multiplayer is live service.
Yeah,
I thought the open world was too.
No, it's the multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
Hence why you got the battle pass and the shop and
right.
And that's another thing I want to touch on, guys. There's a rumor. I don't know how true it is, but there's been a big rumor before Halo Infinite even came out that they were talking about a BR battle royale for Halo.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. And I don't know how that's gonna work.
I honestly, not every game should have a BR.
Exactly.
Guys. Come on.
No,
it's
I don't
think no. I don't see how that works. And the thing is, it's like they're gonna probably come out with something like, blue team, red team, and stuff like that. But I'm like, no, we're fine. We got Apex. We got all that stuff already. We don't need that for Halo.
Just leave it at arena.
Right.
Leave it to arenas. That's it.
Right.
Just leave it.
You know what's good when you go to your friends list and all you see is Halo Infinite players. It's just like back to back. So the game is doing well.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I for me, I think they should just leave it alone. Don't even worry about the battle royale.
Yeah, let us know, guys. Let us know.
Focus on your content.
Right. Let us know below in the comments, because we want to know your opinions. Like, would you guys want a battle royale for Halo? Would you guys not care? Call of Duty, it worked for Call of Duty, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, Warzone is amazing. But it's just I don't see that happening for Halo. And if it does, I just don't see it taking off like say Warzone. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. I think just stick to the roots will be fine for now. But let us know your opinions down below, guys. But yeah, now is now it's time for a segment called Would You Rather. You guys are ready?
Yeah.
A little mini game. Would you rather?
Yeah.
All right. So
oh boy.
So yeah, this is Would You Rather, you guys. It is the segment where we pick a question. Would you rather do this or do that? And we have to kind of talk about it. And our first question comes from a homegirl, World War Cat. She's actually a moderator down at twitch.tv/Michael Lewis. Would you guys rather fight a giant snake or a giant spider? Think about that, my friends. Think about right off the bat. Let me just tell you guys, the snake is no joke. I mean, the snake is gonna go in you, and there's no mercy. You know what I mean? Let me. I'm gonna show you my argument. Okay. I think for me, I think it's gonna be worse with the snake. To be honest, for a spider, the spider has to get down his long legs, ass. He has to get down, see if he can strike at you. You can probably climb a tree because if we're talking about spiders, I don't know. I mean, it depends about spiders because I don't think tarantulas can climb trees or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like a snake can definitely climb trees. So you'd be kind of screwed. I don't know, you guys. This is a tough one, and I don't know. On top of that, the spider actually has to like web you, and then eat you.
Yeah.
The freaking snake is swallowing you whole. Like that thing is not messing around. So what do you guys?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer first. So I'm a big anime guy, as you guys know, and I've seen a lot of like animes where they're fighting other animals and stuff like that. And I would have to say the snake would probably be easiest to fight for me because I would make it, if it does swallow, I'm not going to make it swallow me, but if it does swallow me, I'll be prepared for that because I'm going to kill it from the inside.
Oh!
Now with a spider, I can't do that because of the simple fact that they wrap you up and then they drink your blood later.
That is so true.
And with a spider, it's attacking you with multiple legs. So it can strike you at one point and then another point. Mm-hmm. So say it goes and attack you with one leg and you dodge it, it's already coming to strike you with its other leg.
Right.
Yeah. So with a snake, he's just like, it's just one body.
Right.
One full body. He might be faster, but
what would happen? What would happen if that snake constricts? Because that's how they kill.
I mean, it's a bigger snake. I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be 20 times my size. It's not it's not gonna constrict, it's just gonna eat me. That's what I'm assuming.
Because we're trying to talk in reality, guys. This isn't Anaconda, where the freaking Anaconda grabbed J-Lo and squeezed the heck out of her, and all her reaction was like this: "Oh my god, stop!" Like, guys, that thing would have crushed her lungs. It would have crushed her bones. I mean, come on, that thing is huge.
That's true, what I mean, man. I never thought about. So you're talking about like probably a human-sized snake?
Yeah, because they don't. This is not like the Men in Black, like when that roach swallowed, Agent K, and he blasted it from the inside. These guys, they don't swallow you when you're alive. They swallow you when you're dead. They swallow you when they don't feel a heartbeat anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, are you even gonna have a chance to do anything inside? Because they're gonna make sure you're dead before you enter the body.
You try to constrict me, I'm gonna wear like pointy jacket, like with spikes.
Yeah, go to Hot Topic and buy a leather jacket.
Yo, for real, bro.
What about you, Xenon? Xenon, you look shocked.
Yeah, you don't know.
To be honest, I'm with Shinobi on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rather fight a snake. Okay.
Yeah, because to be honest, that's the thing. So we know that snakes are strikers versus trappers. You know what I mean?
True.
Just like spiders, though, they will sit there and wait until it's the perfect strike.
True.
Right?
That's true.
Yep.
But spiders can also trap. So he could build a web, whatever the case may be. He could just go on chilling, bathing in the sun, get a little tan,
Right.
The next thing you know, something gets trapped in a way. He's like, is that lunch?
Right. And that's you know
what I mean? Like,
right.
Let me go get that. He goes, I'm gonna wrap this later after my tan. You know what I mean?
Right. I wonder if you put like vegetable oil all over your body, like would it even stick to the web?
The spider's like, rub me in oil.
Yeah.
Like
it's amazing.
But with the snake, honestly, to be honest, like if it's like a giant snake, we talk like Shinobi said, like we're talking about like a titan boa, right? Like that
a big boy, an anaconda. Yeah, it's a giant snake.
Okay, so an anaconda, right?
Yeah. Not an anaconda that you see like in the Amazon. The anaconda from the movie, like the big boy that doesn't exist. Yeah.
Right. That like a titan boa.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so like a titan boa. So I think I still fucking live because let's look at it this way, right? If anybody out there has watched it, obviously you guys, at least me, Shinobi, has fully seen this movie, Lord of the Rings, and Return of the King, where Frodo and Sam. Well, technically Sam was fighting off the spider.
Oh yeah.
Frodo was running away from the spider.
Right.
So what he did was he stealthy, fucking came out of nowhere and just stung his ass with his tail.
Right.
Paralyzed him and fucking wrapped him up.
Right.
So
all right, so here he goes. Final vote. After hearing the arguments, you guys, I don't know. I'm gonna. They said I'd rather fight a snake. That's crazy, you guys. Because let me tell you, like Xenon said, I fed rats to my snake, and they don't usually make it out alive. They never do actually. I just don't see me being squeezed to death. That's a horrible death too. Let's talk about that. At least what does the web do? I'm pretty sure it paralyzes you. So Or do you want to get your blood sucked out? You know, you're going to pretty much fall into a deep sleep and then die that way. Or do you want to get constricted to death? Bones crushing, you know what I mean? So it's rough. So I don't know. I'm going to have to, which one is worse? I'm going to have to say, snake, man. Yeah. For me, it's a snake. I'm going to have to say, a giant snake is worse fighting him. What about you, Xenon?
The worst, it's the spider is the worst one.
Spiders for you, okay?
Just only because the minute if you get paralyzed and you get wrapped around that web, and you pray to hope to God that something bigger comes and eats it or attacks it and leaves you alone, how the hell are you gonna get out that web?
But wait a minute, now you're starving to death because you can't get out of the web.
Exactly.
This isn't bug life. You're not gonna have a team of ants come down like, do you need help, buddy? No, you're in there.
Right.
And
there's
dying.
no fighting chance.
Right.
There's no fighting chance.
So you say, okay, yeah, that's true. Okay.
A giant spider is worse, yes.
Giant spider is worse. All right. How about you,
Remember
Shinobi?
the movie Eight-Legged Freaks?
I love that movie.
Yo, Eight-Legged, oh my goodness.
Yeah, when I ate the dog, I cried.
Yeah. Definitely a giant spider, because even little spiders in real life creep me out. You know, I have to put on like a hazmat suit to go kill a 3-inch spider.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to say a giant spider, man.
Guys, I didn't wash my laundry for 3 months. There was a spider on top of my hamper. I was like, you know what? We could just shop for more clothes. We don't need this stress.
We were about to abandon the our storage closet.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember Shinobi. Guys, let me just tell you guys. Shinobi literally called me like, yo, Joker, there is a freaking spider the size of a freaking Rottweiler in my freaking storage space.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Space, yeah.
Also I gotta point out too, that even after you kill the snake, you have good meat to eat to survive on.
That's true.
That's true.
That is true. But yeah, so it looks like the spiders have it, you guys. The spiders definitely beat the giant snakes on this one. We would love to hear your comments down below, you guys. Which one do you guys think would be worse, fighting a giant snake or fighting a giant spider? And tell us why, you guys. Come on, you gonna back me up, or you gonna back our boy Shinobi and Dr. Zeno? You gotta pick a side here. We gotta pick a side here.
Come on, 2 out of 1. Come on.
Yeah. And then the last one here, you guys. Before we let you guys go, is the last would you rather, and this one is brought to us by Spidery Time, and it was would you rather be in the burning hot or in the freezing cold? And we're talking about weather-wise. Now, let me tell you something. I used to be a chubby guy. I used to be 300 pounds. Okay. And heat was a big thing for me. Like I would hardly ever get cold. I can go out there without a shirt, nothing. And I live in the Northeast of the US. So it's kind of cold here. You know, when it gets to like December or January, it's like negative 10 degrees outside. So, and it would never really affect me. Now that I'm a lot more slimmer, it does affect me a lot more. I don't know, guys. This is a tough one, you know, because it's like when you're hot, it's like you don't want to do anything. It's just get off. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, just like, just stop. Like even eating becomes something like, damn, do I really want to eat this right now? You know what I mean? Cold is just more like, okay, let's have the place cool. We can turn off the heater. We can wear more clothes. You know what I mean? When it's hot, it doesn't matter. You could be naked. You can still be hot as heck. You know, you can't take off your skin like that freaking guy did in the Silent Hill. You can't take your skin off. So it's like, you gotta deal with what it is. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Xenon?
I'll go first. All right. So I'm a big guy. Obviously, you can tell I got some turkey, giblets or whatever.
All right.
Gobble. But anyways, yeah, for me, it would have to be extreme cold. Just because I like to dress up, coats and sweatpants.
That is true. You can also dress a lot more too.
Like you could dress a lot more, you could feel like you could dress a lot warmer, you could dress up, cover everything, and have a dope ass outfit too. You know what I mean? But me, I'm fortunately I am a big guy, so I do get hot quicker, just like how Michael Lewis mentioned, because when he was bigger, we had the same issue and he knows how it is. Yeah. I could be in this fucking house with fucking no heat and I still sweated like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
So it's like, I gotta go with the extreme cold because you could dress up when you go out, or you could get all bundled up when you're inside. You know what I mean?
Right. Nice. All right. So what about the hot? You don't really dig the hot?
No, I don't dig the hot at all. No, fuck no.
Which is crazy because you just went to Florida not too long ago. So how was that?
But no, what's the thing? I went at a good time. I went at a good time. It was like 80, 75 degrees, wintertime.
He stood in the hotel in the AC while his family went out. Like,
no, I went out. I went out with my brother and all that. We walked around, everything. It was like 75, 80 degrees. It wasn't too bad. I sweat, but it wasn't too hot.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to be honest, my brother was telling me, like, don't go towards the summer because it goes 90 to 100 real quick.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
And it gets like really humid, like hard to breathe.
Right. Barely no oxygen. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I honestly, when I experienced that, I was like, you know what? Because you've been to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You've been to Puerto Rico through winter or summertime. You know which season is the best time to go.
Oh yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So which air feels thicker, which air feels a little bit thinner, just right. Mm-hmm. So for me, I think wintertime is the best time to go to these tropical climates.
Cold. All right. What about you, Mr. Shinobi?
You already know I'm gonna prefer the hot.
Oh yeah, he's from the island.
Yeah, I'm from the island,
Because you're an island boy.
Because I'm an island trying to make it. But yeah,
that's amazing.
I would prefer the hot because in wintertime I'm out here struggling because literally, guys, I work out. I'm an HVAC tech, so I work outside a lot. I work inside a lot, but I work outside mainly a lot because there's a lot of appliances outside. Right. So I'm always padded. I have like 5 layers, up to 5 to 6 layers on, like my top wear, and then my lower wear I normally have on 2 to 3 layers.
Right.
Because I hate being cold.
And it's cold out there, bro.
Yeah, and it's cold.
Right.
And the thing that I like is the hot. I don't know, maybe my gland is different because I'm from the island. Right. But when I get hot, if I find shade and I cool off in the shade, I'm cool. I'm cool the rest of the time. It's not really affecting me. And the thing that really kills the hot is the humidity. So I would say that sucks about it. But on the other end, like, it's way better than being cold. My personal opinion. It's way better than being cold. And you can't do nothing in winter. You could do a lot in summer.
True. That is true.
That is true. That is true.
So,
that's the only thing. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna have to go with the hot. I'm gonna have to go with the hot. And Joker even know of a time in high school when he saw me wearing a jacket. And what time was it?
That was the first time that we became real best friends. Because he was wearing like a heavy duty coat, and it was like June. Like I remember that school was about to end, and it was June, you guys. It was like freaking 78 degrees, 80 degrees. He was wearing like a heavy, hefty jacket. I'm like, are you okay? Are you sick? Do you feel? He was like, no, man, I'm from the islands. I'm like, oh, that's so sick. And then we became friends, man. So, did you get used to it? Eventually.
Yeah, I got used to it, but I still prefer the hot.
Right. That's so cool. My mom is the same way because she's from the islands and she prefers the hot.
Yeah.
That's so cool. All right. So that is what. So okay. So it's time to vote. I'm gonna go with cold. I can't. The hot is too much for me, you guys. It's just the cold is just better. I mean, under the blanket, there's nothing better than going inside your blanket, you guys, nice and warm. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. If you want to have sexy time with your wife, you guys,
that's what they created AC.
Exactly. Well, that's true.
Right.
That is true.
Exactly.
That is true.
You're gonna have a sexy time. You do your thing. You open the window and let the cooler in. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because when you're high, you're just like, oh, get off of me, Monica.
Yeah. Your lady say, hey, you want to make love? Get off me.
Right. So it's like it's I'm gonna have to go with cold for me, man. Cold is definitely it. Which sucks because my bearded dragon actually has like a heated lamp and it gets like probably like 95 to 100 degrees in my room daily. So it sucks. So I literally have to have like my fan on like at all times, but it's insane. But cold for me, you guys, it has to be. What about you, Xenon?
I would say cold for me too, just because that every season your food changes. You know what I mean? Especially being up in the Northeast. And to be honest, I like soup. I'm a soup guy, especially when it's cold.
Okay. Yeah, no,
I'm a soup guy.
Eating soup when it's hot is the worst. And we're Spanish. We're Spanish. Our Hispanic moms be like, you want some sopa? I'm like, yo, it's 98 degrees. We just came back from Six Flags. Like,
yeah, like it'd be 90-degree weather. But hey, I made some soup just because it rained a little.
Yeah. Oh, because it rains. They're like soup time.
But it's muggy as fuck outside. You know what I mean? Like,
right. The pigeons are just drinking Gatorade, you guys, trying to stay hydrated. And here's our parents cooking soup. It's ridiculous. What about you, Shinobi?
I'm gonna say that hot, even though I had one bad experience, where it was really humid, and I was living on the third floor of my mom's house, and my AC broke. Oh, so the window fans, right? There's the square ones.
Yep.
So I put it on the dresser, and I froze a bottle, like a jug of ice water, and I put it behind the window fan, thinking that would work.
Right.
But nah. The air was just taking the cold air and giving me the shit, and it was just like
it didn't work. It didn't work. Yeah, I know. I think I saw that. Nothing. I saw that once on a video, and I tried that too. It didn't work for me either. Yeah, it's so bad.
Concept is there, but it's just
right.
But I'm still have to take the hot. I'm still have to take the hot. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because to be honest, a fun fact about me, guys, the heater in my room does not work, and I'm not sweating and I'm not shivering.
There you go.
And I'm wearing a t-shirt. Look.
Right. And it's currently like 40. It's currently like 30 something degrees out. But yeah, guys. Wow. That's it. That's our time. Episode 1, you guys. How you guys feel? You guys feel good?
Yeah.
I feel pretty good.
It's pretty nice, right?
It was pretty
awesome pretty straight, man. Yeah.
Talk.
So guys, this is we are new. I did have a YouTube channel before, but we're still trying to get used to all this YouTube stuff. But yeah, just please, guys, do us a favor, hit that like, the subscribe, and make sure that you share our videos. You guys have been amazing. Please let us know down in the comment below, and also our Twitter right there as well. DM us, you guys. Would you rather? Give us more suggestions. We would love to answer you guys, and of course, we'll shout you out if we pick one of your questions too. But you guys have been amazing, man. Happy New Year's, by the way. Happy New Year's is 2022. So it's gonna be lit. The ball dropped, and hopefully this COVID-19 crap is over by the end of this year, you guys. Let's see, unless they come up with another variant. But let's see what's up with that. But you guys have been amazing. We love each and every one of you guys, and we check you guys on the flip side. Peace. Thank you, guys.
Peace, Raptors.
Peace.